in the first part, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk about languages. So what languages do you speak?
Well, Cantonese and Mandarin are both my mother languages, so I'm kind of bilingual. Some people say Cantonese is just a dialect, though, but I do believe it's more than that, because it's used by a large population around the world. And on top of that, English is my second language, and I can also speak a little bit French.
Honestly, perfect. So second one, how is English taught and learned in your school?
I would say it is taught and learned in a monotonous and boring way. I mean, we spent tons of time learning by rote, memorizing the rules, the grammar, the new words. Most of the time, it was only the teacher speaking, but we barely speak, let alone applying what we've learned in daily conversations. Those classes were so boring that I would always wind up reading a romance novel or a comic book.
You know what? That's exactly the same way as all of my other languages when I was taught at school were taught. It would just be the teacher speaking the whole time, and I'd be sat there like, what's going on? I have no idea. So, number three, how do you learn a foreign language?
Um, Actually, my way of learning a language is quite weird. I mean, instead of talking to an English native speaker, I would talk to myself a lot using the words and sentences I've acquired. So when I'm mumbling to myself, maybe I seem to be out of my mind talking to some imaginative or non existent person. Call me a weirdo, but this really works like a charm for me.
Cool, perfect. What languages would you like to learn in the future?
Maybe Japanese because I'm really digging Japanese anime. I grew up watching Sailor Moon, Detective Conan, and Slam Dunk, and I recently fell in love with an anime called Mob Psycho 100, an anime about an average middle school boy who had immense psychic power. It would be great to watch it without subtitles, so learning Japanese has been on my bucket list.
Okay, so let's move on to talk about a day off. When was the last time you had a few days off?
Actually, it was just a few days ago during the Dragon Boat Festival, which is one of the three big Chinese festivals, along with the Spring Festival and the Mid Autumn Festival. It commemorates the death of a patriotic poet. It's said that the local people who admire him raced out in a boat to save him, which is why we still have these Dragon Boat races on this day.
Oh, cool. So that leads to the next question. So, what did you do during these days?
I spent some quality time with my family and we had some 粽子, a traditional food for this festival. It's pyramid shaped, made of sticky rice and wrapped in bamboo leaves. Where I live, people like to put in salty meat filling like pork and dried shrimps. My mouth is watering just thinking about it.
Nice. What would you like to do if you had a day off tomorrow?
I would absolutely sleep in and then get up to have a brunch, and then I would slump in the couch and binge watch my favorite TV series or anime. You know, just turn off my brain.
Me too. Well, honestly, with feedback, I think your English is really, really good. It sounds, the way you speak sounds very native English. Even your accent is quite English. Also, I like how it's not just formal English. You speak like how we actually speak in England. You know, we don't just speak formally to everyone. We speak in slang, we speak using word. Instead of saying do not, we use don't, and you do the same thing. So that's perfect.
I'm back. Now I'm in my final year, and thanks to my Band A in IELTS, I already received some offers from universities like HKU, CHKU and HKUST. This may sound like a humble brag, but I rejected all of them because all things considered, I'm staying in my undergraduate university. So why did I choose IELTS in the first place? First of all, IELTS has become the world's most popular English language proficiency test and has been highly recognized by more than 11,500 educational institutions in over 140 countries and regions. The universities in Hong Kong and the UK in particular all prefer IELTS course. And then some of you may wonder why I'm still preparing for it, since I already got a satisfying score. Actually, I'm kind of an IELTS blogger right now. Most importantly, practicing IELTS speaking is one of the quickest ways to improve your spoken English because it covers a wide range of interesting topics in daily life like music, art, wild animals, and even chocolate. Besides, the test form of IELTS is having a discussion with a certified examiner. This will be as interactive as a real-life discussion, helping you to improve communication skills and express opinions. That's why I go the extra mile to practice IELTS speaking. If you also need to take the IELTS, the good news is the British Council has just launched an IELTS prize program for the third year, and the top winner will get a £5,000 prize. Besides, it doesn't merely judge by the score, but with multi-dimensional selection criteria, including inspiration, impact, aspiration, and logic thinking, to reflect the overall performance of candidates. For example, if you have taken the test for many times and you finally got a good score, then you can have a chance to win 突破之星. Or if you are under 18, you can apply for 希望之星. These two awards are worth £1,000. The deadline for registration is July the 31st. Come and join it. See you in the next video. Bye.